I'm out here today at the Elgie Sugar Bush with color commentator Corey. How are you, Corey?
Good.
Maybe you don't need the glasses. What do you think? The ladies won't know. The ladies won't know you.
Yeah, it looks better.
And Bill Elgie, how are you, Bill?
I'm perfect.
And Bill's going to show us how you top a tree.
Well, we did this a couple days ago, but we'll give you a quick illustration. All we're missing is the electric bit here. Take a, what did Earl say? 51? No.
15/64.
15/64 drill bit. You drill her in about, well, I guess about that depth there.
About an inch and a half, 2 inches.
And on this tree, it's big enough we got 2 holes. And I don't know where the other hole went, right over here. And then we have these plastic, they're like a big 1/4 inch spile. You just tap them in right to the hilt. You see those spiles got corrugations on them to drain, so you want to tap them into that shoulder there so they don't leak. And then Corey's going to hang the pail.
Now, tell us about these spiles. This is something new in the last 15 years, maybe?
Yeah, the old spiles were about the size of your thumb.
9/16 they were.
Is that right? And they kind of tapered, and you ordered a big hole on the tree, and they were usually kind of a galvanized, rusted metal, and left a big hole in the tree. These are called health spiles. The difference is they're a small hole. And there's last year's hole. You can hardly see in it, but it's starting to cure up already. It's starting to close. Where the old spiles would left a big hole.
About 3 years.
Bugs and bacteria and that. These will heal a lot faster. See, she's dripping slow today. When we tapped yesterday, or Sunday afternoon, it was just like a steady stream. Like a drip, 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 drip. Really ran fast.
Well, today should be a good day. It froze fairly hard last night.
There's if you look around, a lot of the pails are 3/4 full. Some are overflowing, some aren't as much, but yeah, it's okay. It's okay. The only thing we've noticed, the sugar content's kind of low in the sap right now.
That's what Earl was saying.
So it's taking a lot of sap to make a liter of syrup, but that's part of the deal. I think we've seen that before. First of the season is low sugar content, so you just boil, it seems like.
Do you think it has something to do with not getting a lot of frost in the ground?
I take a smarter man than me to
Yeah, you don't know?
Yeah, I don't know. You'd think you'd have this, just like farming, Dennis.
Hey, every year.
Have you got it figured out yet?
No, I don't. I got to get it figured out pretty soon. I'm running out of time.
Exactly. Somebody asked, well, what'd you do? Well, what are you going to do next year? Oh, I don't know. So, yeah. No, people ask, well, is it going to be a good year or that? And tell you when the season's over.
And you know, just the year you think it isn't going to be is a good year. And you think a year you think it's going to be great.
Yep, exactly.
It isn't. That's one. This is a lot different than crop farming, isn't it? Like,
yes and no. For us, it's just a hobby for fun.
Yeah.
It's not going to make or break our farming operation. It's just kind of fun, and it gets all the kids out involved, and
you get a lot
Corey
of.
gets out here, you know.
You're learning all the time, aren't you, Corey?
Yeah. And people like to come and see it and walk around the bush, you know, and this sort of stuff. It's just kind of fun.
It's a social event.
It is. You know, we make a bit of money on it, but it's nothing like, it's not a get rich quick.
Well, by the time you buy the pails, the spiles, the lids.
If it wasn't for free labor,
yeah.
If you had to start paying labor at
any price,
minimum wage, anyway,
yeah,
you wouldn't be you wouldn't take a sharp pencil.
But one thing it does, it keeps your bush cleaned up.
It does. Like we're cutting firewood. We sell firewood a bit too, and that it's another thing. You don't make any money. Just if you figured out your wages, you don't make money, but it does keep things cleaned up.
So Lori, how are you? This is Bill's wife, Lori. She is in charge of gathering. Isn't that right?
No, Bill is.
Bill is?
Yes. Yes.
I don't start till Lori comes.
Well, yeah, and I don't want to hold you up. Well, we've seen how to tap a tree. I learned something.
Did you?
Yeah, I've never been around tapping trees before.
All these
right.
years that you've tapped yourself.
Well, we don't have the little spiles. Unless he does now. I don't know.
Oh, you're still using the big one?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
When we make syrup at home, I'm the guy that goes at 5 o'clock in the morning and fires up.
You're the fireman.
Yeah, early in the morning, that's my job.
Oh, to get it started.
Yeah,
Get it rolling.
I used to tap, and I don't do any of that stuff anymore. I'm too old.
Well, they're getting enough family around.
It's a good job for the young ones.
Yep.
Are you going to help gather today? Maybe that'd be something you could do, Corey.
Yeah.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You got a four-wheeler.
We can't come without a four-wheeler.
I wondered how you'd get back here.
Yeah,
I
that's-
figured.
You could have drove back today.
No, we couldn't have, could we? There's no way we could have drove the truck back. Even though it's dry, wouldn't work. Anyway, we're going to go in and see Earl
Sounds good.
and see how the evaporator works.
Perfect.
That's always interesting. And we'll let you guys get to gathering.
Okay.
We'll get at her.
So Earl, what are you up to here?
We're gonna pump the sap from the barrels that Lori and Bill and whoever else can gather it. Pump it up into our
Stainless steel milk cooler.
milk cooler.
That makes a good sap
It
bucket.
does. The nice thing about it, they're stainless steel, they're easy to clean. You can clean them right out and get right in beside them and clean them out
Overhead.
overhead
Use gravity to
to drop her down into the evaporator eventually. But, yeah.
chuck her in there. Let's see this thing happen.
It's pretty high-tech equipment here.
Whoops.
Oh, you got two pails right already, okay.
For myself.
So we just run the sap through a felt filter up there. Catches all the bugs, the
Tree branches and leaves
branches,
and
the leaves, the moths,
the sticks.
the ants, squirrel poop, whatever happens to be in there.
Get it as clean as you can, as quick as you
Clean
can.
Yep.
Well, Earl, tell us about what's going on in here.
Okay, what's going on?
We saw the tank outside.
Yeah, it's all gravity fed. You can just step around here. Got just some hoses.
Oh, you can see it coming through the hose.
Yep, that's how fast we're boiling in an inch and a half hose. What it does is put it into our evaporator. This evaporator has what they call a pre-evap on it. It's the Reese family up in Elmira made this for us, this evaporator for us. And basically it is using the steam that is being produced by the flues in the evaporator to preheat the sap and before it drops into the evaporator.
So how hot does the sap get in the preheater? Does it boil in there or not quite?
When it dumps out, it's basically a tube going that way, a tube going in and back, just making a loop. And it's using that heat, that steam heat. So when it's coming out of the pre-vat, it's dumping in right here. It's all regulated by a float. And it will be probably, I've never put a thermometer in there. I'm gonna guesstimate 180, 190 degrees. She's hot.
So you're not starting with cold syrup sap?
No. And so it just keeps the level at that point in time. And what this tank or plenum does, recirculates the sap over top of this hot air plenum, which is produced by the steam.
So you're not introducing cold sap into the evaporator?
Exactly.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah,
And you're reusing the heat.
exactly. Otherwise, that heat, you wouldn't be able
Would
to
go-
see.
yeah.
It'd be a sauna in here.
It's warm in here anyway.
She's warm.
You don't need your coat on, do you, Corey?
So yeah, and we have a raised, what they call raised flue evaporator, which is pretty common anymore. It's not, you know, if you don't, it's, some people just have a flat pan. And
Raised flue, so the bottom is
it just looks like an accordion.
yep.
Yep.
And so
The sap is in between, sap in here, then the fire goes up in between the flues. So if you can imagine
Yep.
just going up and down, and the heat and fire going through.
So are they cast iron?
No, it's stainless
Just
steel.
stainless steel.
Very thin. I don't know what gauge. Well, it would probably be 22 gauge stainless steel. You could poke your hand through it.
So how long do they last? Do they wear out?
Don't know. We bought this in 2012, so this is 10 years old, and it looks like good as new.
She looks like new.
But yeah, I don't know how long it'll last.
I wanted to get around and show the hot water coming out.
Oh yeah, yes, yeah. So as I mentioned, it's just kind of a plenum, hot air plenum in there. So when that cold sap circles back, makes that loop in that hot steam, it's good condensing, and that water is got to go someplace, so it's always flowing out here. And in a normal 8-hour day, we would get 2.5 barrels worth probably. And so we always got a constant supply of hot water.
Nice clean water.
Nice, clean, it's distilled water.
Yeah.
And it's hot, it'll roll your skin back to it good.
That's nice, is we're back in the bush.
Oh yeah.
There's no water back here.
No. Like we're running on a generator, and the only water from up at the house is what we carry back.
Yeah,
Thank heavens this works.
that is something. That is handy.
Yeah.
So how often do you pull off?
Depending on the sugar content of the sap coming in, I will take 12 to 14 liters off maybe every couple hours or something like that. As a general rule.
So it takes a couple hours for it to get back up to, you said 100 or 221?
Yes.
Or higher?
Just a thermometer there. Normally, syrup is sap that is usually, the old rule of thumb is syrup is sap that is 7 degrees above the boiling point of water. That's what we were always told. So you look at 213, 214 is the boiling point of water. So 220, 221 degrees. As a general rule, I take it up to about 222, 224. Open the valve, put it through a filter, and then I close the valve when it's about 218, 217.
And then you get a little mix.
I get a mix. So
And then you take it in and finish it inside?
yes, we filter it
So
again.
can we go in the inside and
Yep,
see that?
Go in there again. So we'll take it off. I'll bring it back in here. The nice thing about this little apparatus, it's propane heat. When it gets to a certain temperature,
Turn her off.
shut her off. That one,
Don't happen.
no, you gotta wait 2 hours before the heat goes out. So yeah, I'll bring it from there, bring it in here, heat it up. This is just a dial thermometer, and then it's measured in so many degrees above the boiling point. So usually I take it up to that 5, 6, 7, or 6, 7 degrees. Filter it again, and then I dump it back in, and then I use what we call a hydrotherm. And it is just an instrument, temperature compensated instrument that measures the Brix, or the sugar level of the syrup. In order to legally sell syrup, it's got to be 66.6 or 67% sugar, something in that neighborhood. And it's got to be graded. It has to have a
Oh, color.
color graded. It's got to have our name on it, and so on and so forth. I'm not bragging, but we've gotten in trouble once. I'm not bragging, but we've gotten in trouble once our syrup has been too thick.
Too thick.
Too thick. But that's all right by the Elgies. I would rather,
Have it too thick than too
if I'm gonna
thin.
give a liter of syrup away or sell a liter of syrup, I'd rather have them complain it's too thick rather than too thin. That's just.
I didn't know if you could have it too thick.
Yeah.
That's like having your wallet too thick.
Yeah, exactly.
So I like it sweet, man. I like her sweet.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. So then, once you get that, then you put it in.
Yeah, I put it in bottles. Yep, and just our little bottles that we get, any maple syrup supplier gets them.
Then you
Yeah.
have to stamp your name on them.
Yeah, we have our own.
Label?
Yep, label there, and we gotta put the grade, and then you gotta put a batch number on it.
Yeah.
Our batch is pretty high-tech, lot number 2 in the year 23. Pretty high-tech. The barcode looks pretty good on that, doesn't it?
Yep. Yep.
Pretty good barcode under that too.
So you could go back in 5 years and know how old that syrup
Oh,
is
exactly.
without
exactly.
looking it up.
Exactly.
What do you think of that, Corey? That is high tech.
And yeah, we do keep track. I keep track in a little book here, different batches when they came out. and
So the next batch would be 3.
Yes.
323.
323. Eventually 3123.
Let's talk about that right
Oh,
there.
that's an old grading kit. Now we have to use an instrument. Color on it. I don't know what the heck they call it. Basically, I won't show you, but it's basically take a sample of your syrup,
Oh,
put it in here, and it gives you the light transmission.
so you've gone high tech back here.
Yeah, you're pretty well. Those you can no longer get.
Oh, you can't get those.
No, not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge. So, less than 25% light transmission is very dark. 25 to 50 is dark, and so on and so forth.
So when you start the year, you'll start with golden, right?
No, we don't. Some years we will get the amber, which is
The second one.
that's the light, a little bit darker, and real dark. Some years we will get the amber, just because we're a lot of soft maple here. So we got to boil it more and more and more.
So if you had a lot of hard maples, you'd get more the lighter stuff
You could.
at the beginning of the
From what-
season,
from what
maybe.
Yes, from what I gather, from what I was told, the dark color is from burnt sugar, caramelized sugar. So we're boiling. We're caramelizing some of the sugar that's in that set. That gives it the darker color. Some people like the light, some people like the dark. We have people that phone up every year. Have you started boiling sap? I want the last bottle you make.
The one's the darkest stuff you got.
Yep, it'll be black as black, and that's what they want. So,
I-
yeah, we got a few people.
I never care as long as it's sweet.
Yeah, that's me too. And yet, we have my wife Nancy had a gentleman phone yesterday. Have you started boiling? Yeah. Have you got light this year? No, we don't.
You'll never have it.
No, we won't. Never's a long time.
But yeah.
Chances are slim that
Yeah.
we will ever have light syrup.
What do you think, Corey? Interesting?
Yeah.
You learning more here than you did in school today?
Oh, yeah.
That's why you're here, you know. Well, that's good, Earl. Anything else to add?
No. Everybody tries it. Your family tries or makes maple syrup every year, most years.
Every few years, yeah. It's depending on the help and the health.
And the Elgie family's a firm believer. If somebody wants information, we'll gladly share what we know, which is
No secrets.
no secrets. And if you want to start with a pot on the kitchen stove, go for it. Everybody that makes syrup has probably started that way. Then you graduate to something out on the barbecue, and something out on the camp. You make up a little rock with
Yep.
some wood underneath.
And just keep getting bigger.
That's right.
Yeah.
The trick is you got to burn a few batches when you're first starting. Then you learn.
Yeah.
Everybody,
I see a TV in the corner over here.
yeah. Little 12-volt TV, get
Oh,
one
it-
station, one global station. So
Little entertainment.
little entertainment, very little entertainment, because there's not too much on TV.
Yeah.
I can only read. We only get the Ontario Farmer once a week,
Yeah.
and I read it.
That's the Bible, you know.
Oh, it is. It
Yeah.
is.
I think I'm going to maybe go catch up with Bill.
Yeah.
Gathering. Yeah, I just wanted to take a minute and thank you for watching the video on the Elgie farm. And I wanted to explain what happened. At the end of that video, my camera froze up. I wanted to get Bill and Lori gathering sap, and my apologies to them. But my camera froze. It was very cold that day, and the camera froze up. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.